What up, Internet? What's going on again tonight? It's the Basement Protagonist, and it's your good buddy, good guy Sherm back on the mic. And I want to give a shout out to the 2001 Reginald Vale Johnson High School class. I'm looking forward to the reunion, and I'll leave it at that. I'm joined by my fellow heroes this evening. Fresh, Will, what's going on?
Hi, guys.
What's good? What's good?
Yeah, I can't complain, man. We're just back again, kicking off more content for the evening internets. And as you know, of course, you know, as the whole world's been talking about as of recently. And if you follow our social medias at Basement Protag 1 on Twitter and Basement Protagonist on Facebook and Instagrams that are like, you'll know, like the rest of us, that Invincible's kind of been taking over the world. So we're here to rap about that. Season 1 is finally over, guys. It was an incredible finish, right?
Oh, true indeed.
Yeah, it was dope.
Yeah, so a show that pretty much came out of nowhere. And again, if you haven't checked before, check out our previous episodes on Invincible and other issues like WandaVision, things of that nature, man. Like, subscribe, comment. We put out content constantly, so, you know, might as well go ahead and follow, right? But yeah, season ended. All spoilers, Internet. Omni-Man escaped from the Earth after beating Mark half to death. Some of the most brutal scenes I've seen in any animated anything, movie or not. Just a very well written story, and it came to an incredible end. I don't know how you guys felt. That's how I was left on it, though.
You know what? This is the first time I ever rooted for somebody so diabolical. Like, he was totally menacing. You know how I feel about Omni-Man and what he throws me into a militant mind frame of thinking about my ancestors and what was done to him. Because as the way he came, onto the earth, it was similar to so many other, real life scenarios. But yeah, some of the most brutal scenes that I actually cheered on, though, like the subway scene where he held his son's face through a train and all the blood and gore and all this shit, body parts flying everywhere onto his face. It was pretty spectacular.
That's a word for it. That's a word. Yeah.
But it moved the story forward. So like, since we didn't read the comics, it was like a bombshell about his whole thing. I think we was talking about how like he came in like his people was the greatest civilization ever, and they came through peace. But he was just coming through a convert war or whatnot. And it's crazy. His mission took about 20 years to get to this point to try to destroy everybody.
Yeah.
But the way he was just like that one scene when Mark went through all that trouble to save that pilot, and Omni-Man came out of nowhere and just popped his head like a pimple. It was rough to see, but then it was actually satisfying to see. Like, geez, y'all are ants. Y'all are roaches.
Will, you weren't this savage with your thinking, were you?
No, actually, it was very heartbreaking. I could only bring myself to watch that one time, man.
Wow.
The only thing that's made me feel this bad was, I think I told y'all, Berserk.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that, I think his name is Falcon. He sacrificed all his friends in that to become a god.
Yeah.
This put me in a dark mind space after this. I don't want to watch that episode yet.
Yeah, man.
That was rough. That was rough, man.
Make me sound like I'm demented.
Yeah, man. And so we put out a meme on Facebook, and I feel like y'all just activated my trap card, because you got a problem with my boy, U.S. agent, killing the terrorists, but you gleefully watch this dude kill thousands of people. The hypocrisy.
Hold on. I never said gleefully. It was a tough watch.
No, Fresh enjoyed that.
Well,
gleefully, but Omni-Man ain't mediocre. John Walker is the pure definition of mediocre. The type of man I deal with on a day-to-day basis in my America. That's why he's here. He's synonymous with everything evil in corporate America. John Walker is. So.
Oh, okay.
But Omni-Man, you know what I'm saying? It's a fictitious evil, gruesome, catastrophic. You can use all the type of adjectives when it comes to him, but like you felt like he was his cleansing of the earth, his cleansing of his feelings through showing love through his fist to his son. You know what I mean? It was very he was giving him tough love.
Yeah, again, right now, to Will's point, I do agree. Yeah, Omni-Man, one battle just about 10,000 people just died. This man punched his son so hard he caused an avalanche, man. Keep that in perspective. And he did it on purpose, you know what I'm saying? That's fresh laughs. But I just feel like it was great writing. Will was so great you can't even watch it again, you know what I'm saying? That's how hard it hits you. But I think that's the point of it. Omni-Man is supposed to be, like my brother, I'm sitting there talking to him about it. He's like, well, how could he do this after being 20 years a good guy? I'm like, well, he kind of never was a good guy. He was just kind of waiting on his second in command to show up so he, take over the earth. So now the plan's kind of kicked off. And I appreciate where we're at.
What did he need a second in command for? He didn't need his son to do that.
I don't think he needed him, but I think the fact that he messed around and first of all, he had sex with his pet, which was kind of disgusting, because that's what he considered Mark's mom. And he got her knocked up. So I guess he figured, well, I might as well just live this human life shit for a little while and see where it goes, right?
Yeah, it wasn't like 20 years is probably like 2 years to him. Remember he said like they live for thousands of years. And as they get older, they age slower. So he could be over 2,000 years old, 3, 5, 10,000 years old, whatever, right? And this is like a blimp in his lifetime.
Now, he did say that. He said that, though.
Right, and that kind of gets me to my point, right? Yeah, so he sat there and waited for Mark. That's why, and think of the story, that half the planet of Viltrum, they killed each other, right? So I don't think he really had no problem with killing Mark, but, just seeing him be raised as a child kind of stopped him. But ultimately, I do think he wanted a second in command to complete the mission. That's why the moment he got his powers, everything changed. Like, my thing is, I think he could have got through to Mark because the long game is true. I mean, you live thousands of years, your friends are gonna die. But you can't just, okay, you got your powers on Thursday, on Saturday, we about to wreck the planet. It doesn't work that way. So, honestly, I think that could have played out, but we'll see.
That was a quick turn of events.
I mean, I don't get the reasoning, man, because you saw what he did to the Flaxens, man. He didn't need no help. Once he wrecked us, a couple of states or a country, everybody else would have been waving the white flag.
That's true, Will, because they are coming now. He's trying to liberate them, get them to fall in line. So yeah, like you said, you go destroy all of Nebraska, I think the rest of the world's gonna fall in line real easy. So
shout out to Nebraska.
It's first on the list. Gotta go. We don't need them. That's a whole nother issue though. Shout out to him. All right, so Omni-Man's obviously the main point. Mark, obviously, he took nothing but L's this season. I don't think we'll see another season of him taking L's. The comic book guy just tooted his glasses up real quick on me. But I don't want to know the story. I don't want to jump ahead. I'm going to stay with the animation. So I don't feel like, at this point, I think Mark's done taking L's. After he got his ass whooped by Omni-Man, Nolan like that, I can't see him losing anybody else.
Well, is it really anybody else to fight except for like that Beast guy that's actually on Mark's level?
Immortal's still out there. I don't trust a guy like Cecil. A guy like Cecil's gonna come fully prepared with obstacles rather. I just don't think Mark's gonna have any problems with him.
Well, I feel like Cecil looks at him as an asset. You saw what he did to set him and his mother up. I don't think Cecil will be an antagonist for him in the second season. I don't really feel like the Immortal would go after him. I don't really see what his reasoning for attacking the son of the man who killed you twice. But I mean, you fought him. You fought, right? You fought against your father, so I know you're a good guy. So you wouldn't, you know.
That's fair to say.
But I do just kind of poking around. At this point, I do not want to read any other comics, but I know enough to know that this next 2 seasons, they kind of hinted at it. I think it was one of those closing shots where they kind of did that slow pan across all those different characters we hadn't seen before. That's what they're setting up in these the next 2 seasons that they announced.
Well, yeah, I know there was a lot of sub stories that you know, still have to play themselves out. I'm most interested in the sub story from Mars, and I want to see what Cecil does with those dead soldiers. You know what I mean? Those guys were forced to be reckoned with, man. They you know, perfect that technology, and you got a contingency plan. But again, I don't want to shoot that far ahead either.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's making an army of them, and also the Mars with the parasites and things of that nature, and then you got my man, the black dude covered in cement. He's like a crime boss now. They did a little
fake kingpin.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Machine Head might have been my favorite character throughout the whole first season. Man, the show was already well written, but he was just dropping some of the best one-liners on those guys, man. And of course, he's the one that called Battle Beast, who showed up and stole the entire show. So, you know, shout out to Machine Head.
He was only in one episode though?
He was in like 2 episodes. Two. Yeah, like 1.5, 2.
It was pretty impactful.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, because his story, and no shouts out to Amber. She's still one of the worst girlfriends in the history of anything. But yeah, it was Machine Head's operation that kind of got in the way with Amber and her. It was the soup kitchen deal she was doing, and he didn't make it to that. And shortly thereafter, she realized he was a superhero, but still played him to the left. So, you know, forget Amber. We just got done listening to Kevin Samuels, you know what I'm saying? So,
oh, hell, the Godfather.
Ain't nothing changed. So, you know, we might have to deep dive on Amber. But yeah, man, I think it's just set up for it. So, Will, you already know a little bit of the second season. That's cool. I dig that. Fresh, what you anticipating here?
I anticipate the way they were setting it up that Invincible is going to be working with Cecil as like his muscle, because you think as Cecil was talking, he was using them, the Guardians and Omni-Man, as conduits to divert life-altering circumstances. So I can see Invincible being put in that same place. When
honestly, I mean, they need him on that team, man. They don't really look like they stand a chance of much of any kind of attack, man. God forbid if like the Flaxens come back, while that current iteration of the Guardians of the Globe, they're, you know, the other team looked like they were more of a formidable, you know, force, but these cats, man, they need the muscle, they need the help.
Yeah, they look like the Justice League that got ran through by Doomsday, you know.
The C Squad.
And I was like, God, please, there's no way in hell I would go out there against Omni-Man and I'm on that squad. There's no way there. Rexplode, like, what is Rexplode gonna do to this dude, man? No, I mean, and even those fighter pilots, once they told me who I was fighting, there's no way I would have went out there.
Oh yeah. It's a suicide mission all the way.
I mean,
yeah. And then when you see the guy take your plane down, your buddy's plane down, I don't know, man. Yeah. I like Rexplode. I like his character, but his powers are terrible. He did nothing, man, throughout the whole series, the whole season. I'm like, all he did was bag chicks and piss off robots. That's all he did, you know.
That's top talent, man.
Hey, shout out to him. I appreciate that team. What's the black guy's name on the team?
Black Solomon.
Black Solomon. Yeah.
Or should I
Black
be-
Samson. Black Samson.
Blacks. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. That. I didn't. He got his powers back, but I don't know what his powers are.
Yeah, they didn't really go and they didn't delve into what his powers were.
They ain't need to. You already knew he was third tier already. You know what I mean?
You don't believe in Black Samson? Hey, this guy's no love, man. No love. Well, I ain't mad at it. I know the one-eyed guy is involved. It was Omni-Man destroyed his planet, so I expect to see more of him, voiced by Seth Rogen.
Which was pretty cool.
Yeah. Seth Rogen played a big part in getting this stuff animated and out here to the world. So shout out to him for that, because honestly, we wouldn't even be talking about it if Seth Rogen wouldn't have put a bug in somebody's ear and did whatever the hell he did. So shout out to him, right?
Mm-hmm. Salute to that.
Man.
But
yeah,
I feel because like when you look at this series, the first season or whatnot, it was a lot of A+ heavy hitters that Omni-Man took out. So either my man going against the B or C tier people, or some intergalactic threat is gonna come down and rain hell on him, and he's gonna have to fight him or whatnot. I don't think I think he's probably not going to join the Guardians like his dad didn't join him, because like similar how his dad thought the Guardians were bombs, he probably think they bombs too. You think about it. He probably.
I mean, you consider him a bum too, though, Fresh. So he'll be right at home with those cats.
And he's a dead tiers lower than him. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I don't know. I think he's going to get his ass handed to him throughout the whole series. I don't think he's going to get another win, because he said, my man. They said that they get stronger as they get older. My man Omni-Man said. So in young, he just got his powers. So he's gonna get his ass handed to him until he gets some age under him.
Well, I don't know. I do know this much: the Viltrumites have to work out. They get strong two ways: either through age, like you said, or working out. So I don't know if it's working out. I don't want to delve too deep and spoil it for myself. I do like the journey that we're going on. Every once in a while, my mind will just start to race now online and just focus on definitely one of those times. So yeah, he can get stronger through some kind of exercise, but yeah, he's gonna get a lot stronger next time.
Agreed. Honestly, when I watched, I think Mark got such an emotional ass whooping. But I think the thing was so emotional for him. I think when he really thought about what his dad was telling him, I think slowly but surely you're going to see that message soak in. Like, dad was right. I'm not saying Mark's going to try to take over the earth, but he's going to look at the totality like, hey, these people are going to die and I'm going to still be here. There's nothing I can do about it. You know what I mean? So I think from that aspect, I think Mark misses his dad after that ass whooping, to be honest with you. And same with the wife that he calls his pet. She was so in love with this man, but I think she still wants him. So I think you'll see both of those play out. Sorry, Fresh.
After he got his ass handed to him, he still was like, I still got you, Dad. And he's a bloody pulp and mess. And like that one statement sent my mans into the memory lane, watching him score a baseball run, and then he jettisoned off the planet after screaming with bloody hands, what did I done type things, So
yeah, can you forget your dad for beating the brakes off you like that, man? Not be a teapot.
I think you can't forgive him because of all the collateral damage he did just to prove a point. Like that, you killed thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people just to do what? The subway thing was completely unnecessary. That was all to prove a point. Like, these people are beneath you, they're beneath us, they're nothing. I'm gonna torture them to torture you. Like, damn. So I think the ass whooping itself is not as bad as the act of what he did, because that's traumatic, man. Like, You cared about shit. But now you kind of realize you're a god too.
Hey man, I was hoping that this cat would level up, man. I was like, man, where's Deku right when we need him, man? I was hoping that he was gonna tap into some deep well and overpower this man some kind of way, but man, this guy got thrashed out.
Ain't no power of friendship coming to save him. It was none of that. Ain't none of that shit happening.
I'm like, where's young Midoriya, man? Come on, man.
You needed a Krillin to explode or something, you know?
ain't no assists, okay? Think, ain't no. This is real shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Ain't no cutting off tails to save the day. I know seasons 2 and 3 were announced. Do you guys know when they're going to be debuting by chance?
No,
I'm sure.
I purposely am not trying to look when they're going to come out. I'm just waiting for it. When they drop, it drop. It builds up anticipation on my end, and also it keeps me away from looking at spoiler videos on YouTube where it will tell me the comic book story or something like that, because I'm trying my best not to watch that stuff.
I would imagine that they're gonna try to fast track it to some extent. It was so successful. Amazon, I don't really go on Amazon unless either The Boys or Invincible is on anyway. So I would imagine that they're gonna fast track that.
Look, shout out to Amazon Prime. I don't know where you stay, internet, but where we stay is a lot of local hood movies that might be made.
I was about to say that.
Amazon Prime is the #1 source for all of that. I ain't gonna call it low budget. I'm gonna just call it local entertainment, regional entertainment.
It's not low budget. It's legendary work. Shout out to Murder Payne.
No, hell yeah. Shout out to him, but that's neither here nor there.
I
only asked
one.
Shout out to him.
Fuck that Detroit shit.
We might have to do a video about that. What the internet say about it. But yeah, no, I only asked because I'm kind of anticipating it already. It's just, it was such a thrill ride. It was great writing. I am so very tempted to go and read the book, but I'm gonna try to hold off. The internet, they hit the internet like a wave and it crashed, and I feel like a lot of the gatekeepers of this one are having a field day because they're like, hey, this is some new shit. You don't know what it is, and you got to come through me to find out. But we're not trying to do that. So I'm gonna just try to ride the wave as it comes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll probably watch the series again, like in its full entirety, just to make sure I get all the nuances before the next season drop. Because I know after episode 10, they usually drop Easter eggs when you watch it again to actually notice what was going to happen. So I'm kind of eager to do that as well.
I dig it.
Maybe by the time that next season drop, my spirit will have healed enough to be able to make it through that last episode again. I don't know.
That man Will was emotionally affected. Now, damn it, that is writing right there.
Hey man, you watch your innocence die, man. I'm like, where's the heroes when we need them, man? This guy's an animal, man. I want him to catch them hands, man. I want him to take an L, man. I'm ready for it.
That's where we leave.
They had a chance and they lost.
Listen, they all can't be protagonists like us, man. we all would have took equal ass whoopers to Omni-Man 1-on-1, but whatever. But that's what the basement. Yeah, right.
Hey,
shout out to Darkwing.
No. What about Black? What's his name? Black Samson. When Battle Beast just broke his arm. We ain't talk about how he did him.
Oh, just crushed his arm. He didn't even break it. Just crushed it. Like, oh my god.
They throw him up against the wall, man. That dude was all broke up.
Listen, I don't do this type of stuff often, but I gave the season 2 watches like immediately, and it went the second time around went even faster. So I'm not gonna lie, internet. I will go ahead and rewatch it. We're gonna get Will to come around because honestly, it's a fantastic show. Fresh is already. You see his maniacal look on his face. You see he wants to watch it right now.
Gleefully watch it.
Yeah.
Gleefully waiting.
He wants to watch the last episode, and you know, I don't even want to know what he does with that last episode's on, but that's neither here nor there. Aight.
Yeah, do that, motherfucker.
But on that note, man, we're gonna call it quits for tonight, fellas. It was just a quick wrap up for the season. It was an incredible season. We love to know how you felt about our internets. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, B's probably gonna add the edits to the video. Like, subscribe, comment. Basement Protag 1 on Twitter, Basement Protagonist on Facebook, Basement Protagonist on Instagram. Obviously, like, subscribe, and comment. We'll always keep the content flowing, so just, you know, keep rocking with us. Any last words for the night, fellas, before we wrap this up?
That's all I got.
Yo, movies like Child Support, that Detroit shit, man, on Amazon Prime, man. It gets my heart pumping, man. I love that.
That's that. Okay, that's the struggle. The struggle is real. And I ain't gonna lie, man. I feel like y'all didn't get the Reginald Vale Johnson drop, but you know, watch it again. You'll get it.
Yeah, the Vale Johnson. He was named to school there, and then he looked like him. The principal looked like him. We caught the wordplay, fam. The whole Reginald Vale Johnson, Family Matters, Steve Urkel type ploys you was throwing over there.
Hey, man, I gotta keep you on your toes, Fresh. That's all I'm saying. You and the internets. But on that note, man, we're gonna call it quits for the night. We'll catch us on the next drop. All right, peace, internets.
Peace.